That was Indecent Proposal playing for you. That was Late in the Morning. We've got the band here today, and we're going to meet them and find out more about them. First of all, let's go ahead and meet the guys. Indecent Proposal, tell me about Late in the Morning.
So Late in the Morning was actually our what?
Hold it like this.
Oh, Late in the Morning was actually our first.
Late in the Morning
was actually our first original, and
I didn't know he was a Muppet.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. He's the Indecent Muppet. But yeah, Late in the Morning was our first original that we ever wrote together. Funny story. The first time we ever got into a room together and we were setting up our instruments, that was a melody that I was actually just playing on my bass guitar, and Josh was like, "We need to record that. We need to start making a song out of that." And so we did, and that night, I'm pretty sure we had a finished rough recording of that song. So lyrics, vocals, all the instrumentation and everything. And
I think
from
we
that
sent
point,
it to Jevin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I killed it.
Yep.
And he came over the next time and did the drums.
Yeah. So Jevin came over at another time and did the drums. But altogether, we noticed that we had a chemistry together that really couldn't be ignored. And so that was that was the beginning.
Well, tell us who you are in the band and what you do. Let's go through and just give your name and what you do in the band.
Yeah, well, let's start with Josh.
My name is Josh Brown, and I sometimes play lead or guitar, not lead, but I play it, and then I sing, and I also write songs for the band. And that's what I have to say. I'm a dog person.
I'm Peter Dotson. I play lead guitar and whatever else is called for. I sometimes do vocals. I originally from Iowa and then moved up to the cities for like 20 years to play. And
For like 20 years.
yeah,
Like 20 years?
Yeah,
or
like 20 years. And then,
Originally from Iowa. moved
Not
up to the
exactly
cities
20
for
years,
like
just
20
like
years.
20
like it just
I'm going to go up real
it
quick.
was like 20 years, and it was actually
That's
20 years
crazy.
too.
That's
so
nuts.
it was both.
He knows the cities.
And then moved up here a couple of years ago, and been really fortunate to find these guys, and it's the best band I've played in.
We're fortunate to have found you. We're fortunate that the cities
Aw.
sent you up here.
Yeah.
With a little bow.
I was
Divine
exiled.
forces in life
With a
brought
little
us all
bow.
together.
Little indecent
And
bow.
for the record, we met Peter because I am a Uber driver on the side.
He was before he made it huge, and now we're obviously superstars.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I drove this
happening.
morning, but it's not a big deal.
Just to
But
just,
actually,
just
Peter,
to feel what it was like to be employed once.
right? Yeah. But Peter was actually somebody I picked up one day, and we just got to talking about music. And by the time I dropped him off, we had plans to meet up and jam. And so the first time he came over, it was pretty much solidified that he was going to be a part of this thing.
In like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I forget what we jammed on.
Well, it was kind of like that commercial.
It was probably Albright. It was probably Albright.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we played, but
Honest-
we would have played late in the morning, which we did play for you guys.
I think we might have ended
I
up
don't know if we
writing-
played that yet. We might. I don't know. Yeah.
We
might
might have
know,
ended
but
up
still have to
writing
play that,
Blue
yeah.
Jean Jacket that day as well.
Yeah.
That's possible too.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
remember is it was a lot like that commercial with Slash, where he's trying out for the band and he just played the first few notes. And
You're
they were
in.
Like,
You're
Then
in.
ripped a
I always-
solo, and then we're like, oh, yeah. This
Yeah.
I feel
This
so
dude's
bad
in,
for those
for
other
sure.
guys.
You ripped like
They're
the
probably
I don't feel bad
decent
for those
guitarists.
other
solo
guys.
in the world. And he's just like,
Yeah.
no,
They're probably trash.
You're good. You're coming in.
right.
Come into the fold.
All right, so we know the guys in the front. Let's go to the guys in the back. They seem to be out of the conversation. What is your name and what do you do for the band?
My name is Jason Owen, and I am a guitar player as well. I sing a little bit as well. I'm the most recent addition to the band. So what Terry said is right. I mean, these guys have an incredible groove. They're just a special band to play with. So I really love them. So it's a nice break. I was doing country music for longer than I should have. And so
Haven't
this
we
is
all?
a nice
You wound up
transition
buying a
for
truck,
sure.
right? And got a dog?
Poisoned by the indecency.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So anyway, that's my story.
And I am Jevin Joki. I'm the drummer. I've been doing drums for pretty much all my life. I kind of helped form this band, and I kind of eventually I was in a band with Josh Brown for 2-3 years before
Drama.
Indecent Proposal, and when that band broke off,
It was a good band.
It was a good band, but
It was.
some people in the band thought that some people needed skulls bashing. We didn't understand that, but
Okay.
something happened in the band where it broke up, and eventually I came across Terry with that other singer, and that kind of fell off the rails after a while, and I kind of thought the idea was like, you know what? I got a really good singer. I got a really good bassist. Let's bring them together. Let's see what happens. And the first time we jammed, we just immediately had chemistry, and it was absolutely fantastic.
We had the vials and everything. The burners, the Bunsen
we
burners.
we had our chemistry before we even had our name or who we were or what we were going to do. We knew that we needed to start something for sure.
Yep, we did.
Yeah. So I'm Terry. I am the bass player, but I am also, I guess you'd call me the band manager. I handle anything that needs managing, basically. Booking gigs, keeping track of the
Yeah,
money.
I haven't booked a single gig.
All the stuff we don't want to do, Terry does.
Advertising.
None of us have booked a single gig except for Terry. Terry's
All of
been
this
the
is
only one.
Terry's
Like,
hero.
I'll be honest.
Terry's
Our
hard
first
work.
gig ever, I did like kind of refer Terry to the person, kind of.
Yeah.
But like, it was more like, hey, I know of this dude who will have new bands, and that
Yeah.
was kind of I had an assist. Yeah, I had an assist for
Right.
sure. But yeah,
Oh my
Terry
God.
is definitely the driving force behind whatever is happening right here, and I'm under a blanket with fur.
Yeah.
Terry's our band dad.
The fur blanket, man, is correct. Yeah, I basically run anything that is business, but when I'm on stage, all I do is slap bass. So.
Blue jean jacket, she's magical and tragic. I imagine yellow sundress straight from heaven. Blonde hair, blue dyed eyes, looking everywhere except for right at mine. Is she nervous, flirting on the surface? I know she sees me working up the chorus. I'm walking over, she's walking over. I'll show you around, 'cause you're new to town, and the wheels break around, so you can live again, love. It's not her jacket, it's a boyfriend, she can have it. But those blue dot eyes, they belong to me. And he ignores her, always bothers her and bores her. But it's closing time, and I don't have a ride. Is she nervous, flirting on the surface? I know she sees me working up the courage. I'm walking over, she's walking over. And I'll show you around, 'cause you're new to town. Wheels break around, so you can live again, love. I'll show you around, 'cause you're new to town. Wheels break around, so you can live again, love.
That's Blue Jean Jacket right there. And let's ask the band Indecent Proposal how that song came about. What is the background of that? What inspired that?
So I'm going to kick this one actually over to Peter Dotson because we kind of have this staple in our band that each member of the band gets the privilege of writing their own song when they joined this particular group. So Blue Jean Jacket was actually Peter's creation. First time he jammed with us. So go ahead, Peter.
Well, a lot of my songwriting, I think, is really riff-based. So I'll just be playing around with riffs, and then I'll start putting riffs together, and they end up becoming songs. I think what I liked about that one is that it immediately felt the groove that I was creating on my guitar immediately felt comfortable with the groove you guys were setting down, and it felt like it was a song that I could really let loose with, and it would. I really feel like there's a lot of my personal style in that song, and it's really cool that I get to explore that style with you guys. You know, playing with this band is about as freeing an artistic experience as I could imagine. I basically just get to fly around and do whatever you know.
It feels like your song.
Musically. Yeah, but we're all taking ownership of it, and we're all creating this art together. But we're all just sort of able to do what we want with it, and it's an incredibly freeing thing.
The song is Feeling Good from Indecent Proposal, Where did this get inspired from?
This is an interesting story. This is a very interesting story.
No, I just have to follow up with a super interesting story.
Not
So
really.
he sets me up like that.
No pressure.
He
Not
sets
really
me
at
up
all.
like that. Like it's just this crazy thing. So I wrote this song as a like when I was doing some solo work before Indecent Proposal, and I released it, and it was however much success you can have as an unpromoted solo artist in Duluth, Minnesota. So like a whopping 300 streams, you know, just crazy numbers, of course, for a solo person. Killing it, of course. Eating my $3 on Spotify per month, you know, buying ramen with it. And then we started the band, and I think everybody in the band kind of just liked the song.
We honestly were trying to fill our set list to play live.
Yeah, and I think we figured out, because I don't ever know what the notes are to the songs that I write, and as the guitarists know, you know, the main contributors to the sonic sphere, I bring them very little information, because I never really know what the notes are that I'm playing. I just kind of have this is what I'm playing, and you just kind of look at it.
But on the other side, you bring us good songs to play, so it makes it.
And that's what
it
it
worthwhile.
Yeah, that's what it boiled down to. Is it was just it was a song that already existed that I had written, and it was about nothing more than I like the feeling of the sun on my face. And then I wrote a bunch of words because songs need verses. And that was it. Honestly, that was it. I was just writing words because I knew that you can't just say I've been feeling good. We say it a lot already, so that's it. I was just feeling good. I liked the sound on my face. I wrote a bunch of words. I released it. These dudes hopped on the train. Then we hopped all on a different train called Indecent Proposal, and now here we are.
Choo choo, baby.
Choo choo.
That's the Goose Song, which is an interesting title already. I can't imagine what inspired this one.
So this one, okay, I'm going to have to talk more than I realized.
It's a song for your
Yeah, 'cause
friends.
You're kind of our
That's-
songwriter.
Yeah, this is this
Well,
is
you're
a
the
song-
quiet one, I noticed.
This, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about a lot about like what the songs are, like what I think music is very much to be listened to and not to be talked about a lot. But I understand that there's a bunch of cameras here that wanna like.
And the Geese wrote in. Their fan club wrote in on this one.
Yeah, they're here.
Well,
They're outside. We locked them out.
I could say that for me, it feels like a very simple and pure song. A lot of the stuff that you bring us is really, it's simple and beautiful. But in that, there's a lot of room for dynamics and building other things on top of it. And so I think that song is, in a lot of ways, indicative of the way that we write songs. You'll bring us a chord progression and then slowly evolve organically over time to be, a song with actual verses and choruses and things that you can feel and pick out.
And guitar
Sure.
solos.
Yeah, so
Guitar solos.
I guess in that, then they're really just like they start as just an emotional expression. And then over time, we start to like put our little bits on top of it, and it becomes a collective expression.
If you want the answer for what inspired it, I matched with some chick on Tinder, and she was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "I'm a songwriter," and like I was doing whatever for money at the time, but you say whatever, and I was like, "I'm a songwriter," and she's like, "Oh, cool," and she was like, "You should write a song," and I was like, "What should I write a song about?" And she said, "Geese," and
Bam.
I ended up writing it, about geese. It's about how geese fly, but it's, I guess,
a
that's
metaphor.
it. I don't know. Whatever. Listen to it, and that's what
I'm
That's what I'll
glad
give ya.
I'm glad it's about that and not an offensive pinch or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just like it was a little thing that happened out of nowhere, and whatever it means to you is whatever it means to you, and I would prefer it to mean that versus whatever comes out of my mouth right now at this time in my life, because I might say something different in 20 years, so I'm just not going to say anything now about the song. The psyche spats from its
haunted, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. They go and begin to hear the speakers singing songs off station to station. And all around not far away is Californication. Laying down the rails to praise control of population. Well, everybody's been there, and I don't mean on vacation. First morning to cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. An earthquake started with girls' guitar. There's just another good vibration. The tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Play yourself to very well to stay the smell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin or is this war you're waging? First morning of cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of
That's Californication, Indecent Proposal. Now, Jason, you're kind of the new guy in the group, and I noticed that there's a lead guitar, and then you have a really good way of not only blending the rhythm, but sometimes becoming part of his lead, and you do that a lot in this song. I
Really?
surprised him.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to do.
Really?
That's the perfect time for me to pour a drink.
I didn't get to hear that question ahead of time, so I'm processing it in real time. I have
Yeah.
no idea what you're talking about.
So the all the harmonics and everything when you guys are playing together, when he's playing lead, your backup, your rhythm part for that song, kind of not only is the rhythm part, but it fits with him to make him a little stronger.
Okay. Well, I can't speak to that specifically, but I can tell you, because you're reminding me of this idea that I've been nurturing, is that as we grow as musicians, the thing we should be developing probably more than anything else is our ears, our ability to hear what's going on around us, and to not only to hear it, but to appreciate it, and to celebrate it. And that's how we all really connect with each other as players, I think.
See, and the reason I wanted to mention you in this song is because the Red Hot Chili Peppers only have one guitarist. So you have to kind of figure out something to play.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more,
Well, I think something that Jason and I keep talking about, and something we both think is important, is space in music. And I think we're consciously trying to give each other a lot of space to play. And really, that comes down to listening, like Jason was saying, developing your ear so you can hear when the other person is it's their turn to take over, when it's their time to take over, and then being able to create space for them to take over and hearing when it's time to take control back. So, it's been great playing with Jason for those reasons, because he seems to intuitively know, when to give space and when to take up space in music.
That's how you do that decent band. Maybe I'll meet you on Jupiter. We could ride the sun to Mars. Maybe we should run away together to a city, blend in with the lights in the dark, because you glow and you make me glow. Right now that's all I know. She's saying you should go. Don't you wanna know? Maybe I'll settle for better weather when I'm all alone. Although I really don't mind the rain outside when you're at home. And I just hope my songs will be enough to keep you from leaving. Do you know another way to say I love you, babe? But I don't know the reason. Glow, did you make me glow? Right now that's all I know. She's saying you should go. We could put on a show. They never have to know. We probably lose control. Don't you wanna know? Did you make me glow? Right now that's all I know. She's saying you should go. We could put on a show. They never have to know. We probably lose control. Don't you wanna know?
That was Glow, Indecent Proposal, and we're talking to them about the songs and learning more about them tonight. Glow, tell me about this. It's like the Purple Rain, if I may, of all of your songs.
Oh shit!
Because it's
man.
when you
Sorry.
listen to
that's a
that
high
album.
bar.
That's not what we talked
But
about.
I'm not trying to compare you to Prince or anything, but
Right.
what I'm saying is on the Purple Rain album, there's these great grooves and there's these slow songs, and then there's Purple Rain. And I feel like in this set, and of the songs I've heard of you already, there's all these great grooves, and then there's Glow.
Yeah.
Why is that? It's so different from everything you've done. Is it because more people in the band contributed, or?
No, I mean, yeah. I'm the only one that can answer some of these.
Oh, I got some commentary for it too, but I want to hear your
Do
thing.
you?
Yeah.
Why don't you start?
Well, I mean,
Go for it.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
The drummer
boy.
It's fine. Sure, go for it. dog.
Drummer boy.
I'll play the songs and you talk them. You drum them and talk them.
Well, I think I got the song. We have our group chat, and Josh put in this song, and there was this kind of. It started off as like a melody. There was no drums. There was nothing really to it. It was just melody and lyrics. Or were the lyrics even written at that point?
Yes.
So it was lyrics and a melody, and I was like, I have an idea. And so I went down in my basement. I have 2 drum sets. I'm bougie like that. I have my first ever drum set is.
But he only
set
has
up in
one
my-
basement.
Both of them are not set up in my basement.
2 drum sets and
One
one
stays in the
bass. What kind of
cases for
flex
the
is
shows,
that?
and the
Can't
other
be
one is
playing
not
both at the
popular
same
enough
time
to
unless
go
you're
out
playing
to
the same
shows.
song.
So I went to my basement, and I kind of started riffing with it, and I was like, I kind of want to keep it more open. And that's why I'm doing fills instead of hitting cymbals, because I feel like, well, it kind of came from the inspiration of our lead singer. Our lead singer loves the 1975, the band. And, you know,
And
they
the
do.
year. I heard it was a
And-
great
and the
year.
year,
I have no
apparently.
problem with the year.
And
I don't want people to think I love the band and hate the year. You know, or
It's-
that I love the year and hate the band.
Right.
I
It's-
love both.
And so, I kind
Potentially
of took
one.
inspiration from that, and I took, a lot of their tom fills, and I kind of experimented with it, and I was like, you know what, I can keep it sounding like this song has space at the same time as I can be creative and flow with it, which is why I do kind of so much weird stuff with the song, and in the end result, we haven't even recorded it yet, and it sounds fantastic. And I don't know what else I could possibly do to it, but I'm just the guy in the back laying down a beat. These guys, they create the other half of it.
I
You know
think
what
you
sound-
undercredit yourself.
You know, it sounds sick, but that sick tribal beat that you come up with for that is some sick slap bass.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you
We
you
knew that
undercredit
was
yourself.
gonna get in there somewhere.
I think you undercredit yourself as well.
Yeah, but I think Glow ultimately, what I will say to put a cap on it is simply I think it was written from a place of pure passion.
Oh, for sure.
And not that our other songs aren't. It's just Glow was a little bit more personal than the rest, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Glow is also the one that was written about the most recent set of circumstances, I would say, in my life, without going any more in depth into it. It was
Yep.
like a lot of these other songs that you heard were, these things that happened. If I'm writing a song about something that happened, it probably had happened a while ago. Glow is one where it had happened recently. Whatever had happened, if anything had happened.
Oh, for sure.
Some quick things about the band. We learned a little bit about you guys before and what you do in the band, but let's go with some quick questions. Who's the messy person in the band?
Me.
Well, yeah, I'd say Josh, unless you come to my house, then yeah.
I mean, like when you
And
guys
people
are
don't come
playing
to my
out
house.
and things like that, and you're sitting backstage ready to go. Who's the guy that has their stuff everywhere?
Me.
All right, that was quick.
It's me.
Yeah, ironically,
I don't
he
think,
has
any-
the
I don't
least
think
stuff.
anybody would doubt that. It's definitely me. I have my stuff everywhere.
Josh is the one who's always spilling his drink. Yeah.
All right, so let's go the opposite way. Who's the clean anal person of the band?
This is like that wedding game,
I'd
huh?
either say
Yeah.
Terry or me, almost.
I don't know if I would say you. I've seen your car.
No, I wouldn't say you at all.
My car is not
It's
in
a
the question.
it's a toss up between Peter and Terry. I haven't been to Peter's
I haven't
house.
been to Peter's house.
We
Yeah,
have a
it's
third
clean.
vote for Peter
It's
though
clean.
from
Yeah,
the
I'm
audience
gonna- I
though.
might
so
go with
Yeah,
me.
I-
Yeah.
I
it might
would
be
say
Peter.
then,
It's
too.
yeah, let's go
Yeah.
with Peter.
And he
Peter.
does work in legal, so he is very anal
That's
about
true.
making sure that
Yeah,
everything is.
I'm detail
He's very
oriented.
legal.
Yeah,
Very
Yep.
detail oriented.
Yep. He won't even take gas from the gas station unless he paid for it.
yeah.
Yeah,
won't.
that's how
I
legal
want-
he
that's,
is.
That's a hard line for me.
Yeah.
It's a hard line.
Next question.
Who's the first one to say something?
Me.
In other words, if there's something floating around the room, you are the first one to make a comment.
Me.
Oh,
Josh.
yeah.
Fast and accurate.
Josh has no filter. He's very blunt, and he will tell you exactly how he feels when he's feeling it, no matter what. But that's also a great quality in Josh, because you always know exactly where the
It's a
hell he
great
stands.
yeah, it's a great it gets us into some things sometimes, but it also
It does.
keeps everything above water. But
Well, it gets
It's
into
real.
it
Yeah.
gets into conflict, but conflict
Yeah.
is good.
yeah, yeah, there are
Conflict is good. Conflict encourages change and encourages growth.
That's true, and
yeah, if
very
we all
growing
just
things.
if we're all a bunch of passive aggressive Nancys in this band, I don't think anything would get done.
It'd be
Somebody's
hard
gotta
to tell
throw
you guys
stuff.
apart if you were all Nancy too.
Right.
That's true.
Yep.
Especially if we're all investigating things. God.
Who's your favorite person in the band? Nancy.
Yeah.
The Nancy Drews.
Yeah.
One of us is named Nancy, and the rest of us are named Drew. The Nancy
I'm in.
Drews. Yo,
me
that's a
in.
good band name, actually.
Yeah,
I
let's
was-
do it. It'll be
I
surf.
was thinking about
Changing our
that.
band name,
Do a
folks.
The Nancy Drews.
surf band called the Nancy.
And we don't
Drew.
actually play music. We just kind of educate people as to the latest unsolved mysteries, but
We
they
all
really
have
think we're about
blonde
to play
wigs.
music.
We just all start fighting.
I was
The
in a
Nancy
band.
Drews.
You know,
Find Tucker
there's the
Carlson
traveling
somewhere.
Wilburys where everybody has a Wilbury name.
Yeah.
I was in
Yeah.
a band where everybody had the same first name, but we all had different last names.
Well, the band that me and
love that
Josh
kind
were
of
in,
stuff.
all of our names started with J at one point. So
That's
it was Josh, and me, Jevin.
One of us
And-
was a complete terrible person, though.
Yes.
Jevin.
One of them was
All right, next question.
All right.
killing me over here, man.
So tell me about this place. Watching you record, I was looking around, things behind you, artifacts behind you and around you and everything. This is sort of your practice place. How did it come about getting decorated?
This is Matt's house.
this is not our place.
Matt
But this is
our
the place
biggest
you practice,
supporter.
and so you kind of have to make
Can we
your own
pan to Matt?
area.
Pan to Matt right now.
We don't.
Okay, he
This
doesn't
is
want to
his
get
house.
panned to.
This is
Here,
not
wait,
our
wait.
house.
Tanner's
Oh, we
gonna
got a mic
Tanner
right
already
here.
panned to him.
I love to do music stuff, so I've always supported these guys. I've seen them grow from being awesome to being extra awesome, and yeah, I love having them over. It's a free concert, sitting on the couch mixing music. What else could you ask for?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Kopp, where did you run sound? Where did you meet these guys?
Quinlan's for a little bit.
RT Quinlan's.
Near the last place that I worked at, our last office was right by there. But
Perfect. So yeah. So
at home is the fun thing. I just like to hang out with the boys, and instead of listening to music, we do the music. So it's fun.
yeah,
It's always a fun time.
it's super awesome having a spot to go to where you have a sound engineer. You have all those
Yeah.
things taken care of.
Well, and also it's another example of like us existing because of the generosity of the people around
Right.
us who like want to chip in and make
Oh,
it
for
possible
sure.
for us to play.
That is very true. I mean, that's something that I often preach to these guys. Not that I have to; they understand the importance of it. But
Amen.
it's always like, hey,
Take it. Take the fresh breath of the spirit.
It's like you can always benefit from anybody, and we aren't better than any individual person or group, so there's things that we can learn from any individual that we encounter. There are things that we can learn from other bands that we encounter, and we have. Honestly, I have never managed a band before. I have never done bookkeeping. I have never done booking gigs. This is all my first time, and so
You wouldn't know it.
He's killing it.
yeah, all of those
killing it.
resources that are available out there in the local music industry, it's just ripe for the picking. So
Look at our Spotify. That's all stuff, like ideas that dude came up with and implemented. So that's all I have to say.
yeah,
Is we don't know how this is all working out in the way that it's working out, but if anybody was kind of to blame for it, it would be Terry.
well, thank
And
you.
blame is a bad word. You know, it's ironic that
gee,
it's a bad
thanks,
word
Terry.
considering I write the songs, but like that's a terrible word, but that's the word I got right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but back to the space. Kopp has been a great friend of ours for a very long time.
We call him Kopp, C-O-P, because he keeps us in check.
These guys longer than me, but it's just a great space to come and hang out, play instruments, and get a little experimental with what other sounds you want to come up with. It's a great super secret lab.
Plus, I don't have to haul drums.
Well,
All right, so we've talked about how you guys got
F
together,
me.
your music, how you feel about music and playing it, and how proud you are to be from Duluth and in Duluth. People like your music because now they've heard your music and they've heard more about you. Tell us where they can find you, because you said you guys talk about how you have a great online presence and there's a lot of followers of you. So how can they find you?
Yeah, so I mean, they can find us really anywhere. We have a website. We're on all streaming platforms.
If you type in Indecent Proposal Band on pretty much any streaming platform,
Yeah.
or Indecent Proposal Feeling Good.
Yeah.
We're
And
there.
I'm updating the website literally every other day. So it has all of our socials on it. So we got a YouTube channel.
And if you're in the Northwest, in the Midwest and the Northwest, we need you guys to listen to our song because honestly, New York and Brazil are beating you guys out right now.
Yeah. What the heck, Duluth? Come on.
And Los Angeles.
And LA. Yeah, that's true. LA. Also Phoenix. So
Oh, yeah, Phoenix is on there.
yeah.
But
And higher than Duluth. So Duluth
Yeah,
has gotta y'all gotta kick it up. Two Harbors has always been good to us. And if the city was larger, we would see that as a statistic, right? But I know that Two Harbors is listening to our stuff because I see Silver Bay on there, right?
He goes from loving Duluth to taunting Duluth.
yeah, right?
Yes, no. Oh, I'll do both.
But yeah.
For sure. Don't get me started on the potholes.
Our content can be found anywhere.
I
If you
own
go to our
property in the
website,
city, but I also own property near those potholes. What's up?
if you go to our website, you can find all of our socials. You can
All of
find
our
videos
potholes.
of our performances, our original performances. It's all there. So that's your best.
www.ndp218.com.
There's a plug.
There we go.
Shameless plug.
All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for playing. You got great music, and I'd love to see what's going to happen 10 years from now with you guys.
Yeah, come to see us at wherever going to be near you when you hear this. I'm sure that's going to be something before the end of the year. So look up where we're playing in Duluth and the surrounding areas before the end of 2023, and we'll be there.
Madison Square Garden, December 2023.
Okay, relax.
And thank you to the wonderful Mr. Chris Allen and the Two Harpers crew.
Of course.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Chris
No, it
Allen.
was nice
Give
sitting
him a
back
round of
and
applause.
taking in a free concert.
Yeah.
You guys want a round of applause? KTWH? Give a round of applause to KTWH. Come on. Kim Leon, Jackson Leon, Jose Leon, correct? Is that true? Yeah. All of them. Pander yourselves. Peace. Oh, hold on. Are we recording? Sure. Okay. That's the only sure I've ever heard. Are we recording? Sure. Like, what? He says, sure. Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is my favorite camera crew, for sure.